Good morning. Happy Monday. I can't believe it's Monday already. It seemed like I just did a garden tour yesterday. But here we are. Well, we had a little cold snap here right outside of Charleston, South Carolina. And it got down into the upper 40s. Yeah, it's chilly considering it had been like in the 60s at night. So that drop kind of, my blood's a little thin. I need to go down in temperatures a little at a time, not all of a sudden drop 20 degrees. Anyhow, let's get this thing started. Of course, these are my 4 Greenstalks. One thing that I have been noticing is I think I have some of the cardinals and maybe other birds kind of nipping off some of my especially the green leafy plants. So I have ordered, thanks to somebody on the Greenstalk Facebook page, some netting to go over them. And what I'll do is, if anybody else has Greenstalks too, I'll link it in the description, what I ordered, to see. And she said it worked for her. So these here are what's left of the volunteers that I pulled up. What I did was some of the ones that I had planted around, I went ahead and that, they weren't looking too good, so I went ahead and dug them up and put some of these healthy looking volunteers in their place. And so far they are looking good. But we've got all these carrots here. I mean, everything seems to be looking good. My question is, they look kind of, I guess what they call leggy. So, I'm not sure what I can do different. Today is the day I do put some of the liquid fish. I try to do it every 2 weeks. So, but, everything, see, this basil. I'm so proud of the basil. I've never grown basil before. So see how something's eating it? And I'm not sure what it is. And the green leafy lettuces. This one, let's see. Oop. Yeah, I can't read that. Oh, that's the bok choy. That's right. These 2 are the bok choy. Never grown it, so I'm not exactly sure what to expect. But I know these are the mesclun lettuces and stuff. And then we got all of these, got Swiss chard in those. Everything is looking good. I just keep having some of the stuff now. This oregano I thought was coming up, but I don't see, I see a little piece of one right there. But other than that, I don't see where they're doing anything. So what I'm gonna start doing is, once I get the strawberry Greenstalk filled up, I only got a couple more pockets left. I'm gonna go ahead and start filling up the bottom down here. See, I got another little one there, but nothing else. There's a couple of little tiny ones. I guess I need to do a little bit of research on oregano. The chives are still looking good. This, I'm not sure what's going on with this. They're both dying. I don't know. You got different lettuces in here, but yeah, the strawberries, they are just looking so good. I hope they make it through the winter. I did buy a frost thing to try to insulate them, so we'll see how that goes. So the dill I planted over here is coming up really well, so that'll be good for canning. That's what I got it. I've got these strawberries. I got strawberries on the brain. the tomatoes, they're starting to look really good in these pots. These were some of the volunteers that I had planted. Notice these? I'll show you on the back fence too. Greg put them up for me yesterday. They're metal, so hopefully they last. Oh, this here is the old bluebird house. My dad built that out of cedar, and since I got a new one, we replaced the chickadee one that was real tiny with this one, and I bought this copper thing to make the holes smaller, so that way the bluebirds or any other birds will not get it confused. So hopefully we'll get some chickadee babies out of that one again. The other one I had, we did get some. Still getting a lot of jalapenos. They're slowing down a little bit, but I picked some yesterday, but I'm still getting blooms everywhere. And see the collards? See, it looks like something's eating the leaves on the collards too. See that? Better not be eating my collards. This here is sunflower that just started growing over there in the raised bed, and it's supposed to be a mammoth one, but you know, it's only about 2 feet high and it's already getting ready to bloom, probably because it's October. You see that? Hear the woodpecker. Yeah, he's up in the tree. I'll just put out some nuts and off for him and the blue jays. But the collards are looking fantastic right here. And we got some cabbage. They're looking good. The Brussels sprouts seem to be struggling a little bit. I'm not sure why, but they're struggling a little bit. The spaghetti squash. Or look at, oh, what's that? What is that? Yeah, it's dirt from when I watered it. Anyway, those spaghetti squash, it looks like it's starting to bloom. So I installed these, and for my new subscribers, I had these three and another one in this area for the cucumbers to climb on. So I decided to, with the spaghetti squash, have them go up here to try to keep them off the ground. So we'll see how that works. It seems to be doing pretty good. They're starting to attach themselves, which is good. He's a little on a struggle bus, but he's looking a lot better than he was. So, and these are more for those volunteer tomatoes. You see there, they're looking really good. Hopefully they'll have enough time to produce. So, and then these are little volunteers. I'm probably gonna pull them up. I did some of that yesterday. I worked in the yard all day, so we're good. I'm still getting, I've already picked all the other bell peppers off of these. Got some more blooms coming up, so hopefully it'll continue to produce. This one, I don't know. He just doesn't want to produce anything except blooms. I don't know. I fertilized it. I don't know. If anybody has any ideas, you know, please post them in the comments, because I don't know. Here's another one of the volunteer tomatoes I planted. Let's see some more of the metal things. So we've got the zinnias that were over there growing on the ground around that one. And then got the pink honeysuckle. Spring needs to hurry up and get here because I want to see what he does. I know we hadn't even gotten into winter yet. These are more of the zinnias that were growing outside the pot around here. You can see my ladybugs. Greg put out for me. These are a little tedious. I'm so appreciative of him doing that. This was the original zinnia bush, and they are just showing themselves. And Hadn't seen a Hummer all week, and then all of a sudden we've got at least one, if not two, coming around. It's a little traveler. We got those. Like the bees. And these are some more of the ones that I picked up from outside the container. They're all looking good. Got some dragonflies. Well, I was hoping there would be some birds on the feeders, but I guess they got scared off. And this got a few zinnias coming up, but nothing to write home about. And got some more flowers. So, but the bottle brushes are still looking good. And tomatoes. I've been picking the tomatoes. Apparently the squirrel that has been eating the tomatoes has left them alone. You see, they're all mainly cherry tomatoes. So, and this was the one that I broke off that was right here, and I just stuck it in the ground, and he's growing. We're gonna have to do something to kind of bring it up because it's starting to fall over, and I'm afraid it's gonna break. But that one's finally starting to get some blooms on it, and some of the tomatoes. And these here are the ones, the volunteers that I had planted in containers that I went ahead and replaced, and so far they're looking good. I want to bring your attention to one thing. See that? And that? And that? Well, in the spring and summer, at this corner, I had a mammoth chickadee. They don't seem to be scared of me when I'm here. I could be watering the tomatoes and they still come around. Anyway, I had a mammoth sunflower there, and then another one here. And I think some of the squirrels, I know the squirrels got a hold of the one that was here, took some of the seeds and planted them around. So I think that's what those are. You see, we got a lot of cherry tomatoes coming up there. And I've got some more coming up right here. So we're just assuming those are more of the sunflowers. Here, the zucchini starting to look really good. See, oh, there's some, looks like some blooms starting up. So, and yeah, those are volunteer tomatoes. Haven't decided what I'm gonna do with them yet. And yeah, all the zucchini's looking good. Show you. On these mums, they're all supposed to be yellow, but look at these. Where'd they come from? It's the first time I've seen the red on those. And this one is huge. But look at all the flowers on it. It's so pretty. And they're all just blooming constantly. These started out as little tiny plants I got on the clearance thing at Lowe's, and I just got them so maybe they would attract some bees and butterflies, and they lasted through that hard freeze we had last year, and here they are. This one is looking better than this one, but still. But on the cucumbers, they're getting blooms on them. These are the Space Maker ones, so they're not gonna get real viney. Got some more on them. I'm not exactly sure how tall they're gonna get, but they're all looking good. See, oh, there's some more. Okay, what I'm gonna do with those, I'm gonna let them get a little bit larger, the sunflowers, and then I might plant them around. I don't think they have time to get to where they need. And then this is another area that I took up the small tomatoes and planted these from the pots, these volunteers. Now the ones that were already here were volunteers as well, but they did not look as far along as these, and being that I, got time coming to an end, I needed to get some healthy ones here if I wanted to get some tomatoes. These zinnias, I did spray some copper on it. It seems to help. I might spray a little bit more, but these are the ones I just dropped some of the seeds from, and it's giving me such pretty flowers. So I'm hoping that the travelers, hummingbirds, like them. I'm not sure Miss Lucky likes this cold weather. Do you like the cold weather, baby? Huh? Do you like that cold? Is it too cold for you? So you want your sun? You're not going to talk to me this morning? Got a few of the zinnias that I dropped additionally. I was trying to do it a little at a time. The ones that were here, that were the big ones, I've cut most of them down. And I left this one because he's getting ready to bloom. And these are some more of the seeds that I just kind of dropped down. So, well, that's the end of this tour. Everything's looking great. Hopefully it will continue on. I'm hoping we don't get any cold weather anytime soon, real cold. So our first frost date is like middle of November. So I think we'll have time to get some stuff. It's the tomatoes that I'm kind of concerned with, because got them in the ground a little bit too late. At least I've got these 3 plants that I'm getting tomatoes off of. I like to get some big tomatoes. So in the spring we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm not going to drop any of these down. We're not going to hopefully have any volunteers. I'm going to get Greg on Saturday. When I got home from work, I was sitting on the back porch eating some lunch, and right over here in this corner, where I'm sit, this tomato bush right here gets in my way, so I can't see anything that's in that corner there. Next thing I know, Miss Lucky is jumping off of her shelf, running, busting down the door to get in the house. And I look, because all the birds and all, and the squirrels are flying, and there was a fox chasing the squirrels right around in this area. And next thing I know, I did get my camera, or my phone, and he jumped literally from here all the way to the top. And I did some research. This is a 6-foot fence, and they can jump 6.5 feet. So I've got a picture of him standing on top of the fence. So I'm going to get Greg to include it in the video. So you can see what I thought when we put up the fence we didn't have to worry about things like that, but apparently so. Well, the cardinals are here, and it is a little after 9, so it's probably time for there's a titmouse on the bird bath. It's time for the bluebird couple to come and eat their breakfast. Lately they've had another male coming in with them, so about time for them to come and eat. So y'all have a great week, and I'll see you next Monday. Thanks for watching.